A looming storm on the horizon. Economist cautions against the diminishing clout of the greenback. According to Edward Price, a seasoned economist and former British government official, the US dollar's status as the leading global reserve currency is gradually eroding due to an overabundance of dollars in circulation compared to the size of the American economy. This oversupply could lead to a shift in market sentiment sooner than anticipated, sparking questions about the dollar's true value. In an exclusive interview with CNBC, Price explained that although the dollar may continue to serve as a primary medium of exchange and commodities currency for the foreseeable future, its days as the unchallenged kingpin of the financial world might be numbered. He believes that the dollar's dominance will experience a slow bleed as alternative assets gain popularity and the traditional flight to safety in U.S. assets during economic turmoil weakens. Price also delved into the dynamics of the BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, debunking the notion of a unified anti-Western front. He pointed out the historical tensions among member countries, particularly between India and China, as well as China and Russia. However, he warned at aggressive U.S. policies, such as protectionist trade measures and undiplomatic negotiations, could inadvertently drive these nations closer together. Despite discussions within the BRICS group about creating a joint currency to rival the US dollar, with Russia, Brazil, and China being vocal proponents, India has remained hesitant. Indian leaders have consistently distanced themselves from the proposal, citing concerns over sharing monetary policy with China and potential economic risks. Instead, India focuses on promoting the rupee internationally and conducting trade in local currencies, preserving its policy independence. Addressing India's role in the shifting global power landscape, Price emphasized that if India navigates its path wisely, it could emerge as the most influential nation in the 21st century. He noted that India's stance in any future U.S.-China confrontation could determine the outcome. Yet he cautioned that President Trump's confrontational trade tactics, including a steep 50% tariff on Indian imports of Russian oil imposed on August 27th, risk alienating India and undermining the U.S. Indo-Pacific strategy. Price urged the U.S. to forge a stronger alliance with India in its efforts to counterbalance China's influence. This insightful analysis by Edward Price sheds light on the complex interplay of global economics and geopolitics, raising critical questions about the future of the U.S. dollar and the evolving power dynamics among major world players.